So you can check us out. You can even check out our Twitter feed at KL Johnson Info. Thanks for checking in, everybody. I see we got another person on. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We're doing a Q&A. We're going to start probably in about 2 minutes. We'll answer some questions. If you have a question, hit us up, 347-549-9739. We do this live on the East Coast Executive Facebook fan page. We're going to do it every Thursday from 8 to 8:30. It's just a Q&A. Ask the career coach. So that's basically what it's all about. I'm excited for the opportunity to do it, and I'm hoping, we can get this moving a little. So we got a few people on. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. It is 8:03. I probably should, get this thing popping. We'll answer some questions. Let's see if we got one. All right, we got one. We got one on the line here. Let's see what we got.
Hi, this is Kenneth Johnson from Philadelphia. And my question is there a such thing as a dream job? And what do you suggest I do to find mine?
Candace Johnson from Philadelphia wanting to know if there's a such thing as a dream job, and what do I suggest she do to find hers? Actually, a really good question. And there is indeed a such thing as a dream job. I think the first piece to identifying your dream job is there's one golden rule to that. And one golden rule to securing your dream job, you must know exactly what your dream job is. Someone can't make that up for you. You have to know what it is that you want to do. And I'll give an example from a class I recently had. There was a gentleman there, and he said his dream job was to be a social worker, right? Or I'm sorry, a drug and alcohol counselor, social worker / drug and alcohol counselor. And that was great. It was a dream job. So I said, can you drill down on that, right? And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, who do you want? What population do you want to serve, right? And he said he wanted to work with women. And I said, okay, well, tell me about these women, And he said, well, typically women that have children and maybe they were victims of abuse. And I know it's harsh, but it's a great job, and that's what he wants to do. And he just kept drilling down. He wanted to work with women in certain neighborhoods in Philadelphia, in North Philadelphia, and he wanted to work with women with children that have been victims of abuse, that were struggling with dependency issues. So he just kept drilling down. So it was really so much more than him just wanting to be a drug and alcohol counselor or a social worker. He was on a mission, and there was a reason that he was on that mission. He was on that mission because he has a story within those confines. And I told him, I said, he didn't have the experience, but that's what he wants to do. And there are some educational things that he can do to get closer to that goal. But at the end of the day, when he approaches the companies on his bucket list, the companies that are providing those services in that area, he'll be able to tell a story about why he belongs. And I think that's the key, that you can have your dream job, but you got to know exactly why you want that to be your dream job. So don't sell yourself short on that one. You're really going to have to lock in and figure out what it is that you want to do. All right. So Candace, thank you so very much for calling. We really appreciate you. We are going to move on to another question here. Let's see what we got. All right. What we got here?
Hi, my name is Catherine Edwards. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I've been unemployed for the last 18 months and have been working to do a career change, but haven't been able to obtain any interviews. Do you have any suggestions to resolve this matter?
Wow.
Thanks.
All right. So Catherine is from Ohio, and she's been looking for a job for 18 months. And that's a pretty long run. I won't deny that. But it's not unheard of. Job search can be difficult. And sometimes, it's just a matter of finding the right opportunity. 18 months is a long time. But, again, it's not unheard of, especially when somebody's making a career transition. So I do have some suggestions for Catherine. I think she should go back to the basics. I think you should go back to the basics. And what I mean by that is, depending on what your level of success is with your resume, you may want to just review your resume in the other documents in your career toolbox, your cover letter, your LinkedIn profile. Just look at all of that stuff. There may be some mistakes there that are causing people to back up when they see you as a candidate. Even if it's not that, you may just want to have somebody do it professionally. It's worth the investment. Sometimes to have some professional eyes look at your career documents with the hopes of them improving it. It's been 18 months, so I think, what do you have to lose? I definitely think it's worth the investment. Also, I'm going to suggest that you ramp up your networking. I'm not sure what you're doing right now in your job search, but I do believe if you ramp up your networking, it will definitely help, especially if you ramp it up with people from your desired field. Whatever field that is that you want to get into, there's probably a professional association. There's tons of groups on LinkedIn and things of that nature where you can kind of network there. But that's a virtual network on LinkedIn. I do think you should get out in the community. You're in Ohio. I think you should get out in that community and find out where the people are that are doing exactly what it is that you want to do. I think that's going to help you be successful. You know, there's a book. It's called The 10X Rule, and it's by a gentleman named Grant Cardone. And basically, it's really a simple premise. He suggests that whatever you're doing, ramp it up 10 times. So let's just say you go to one networking event a month. You got to be honest with yourself. Like, let's say you go to one a month. He suggests that you go to 10. If you go to 2 a month, go to 20. Just ramp everything up 10 times and look at the results that you get from putting in the extra work. You can also consider, it's been 18 months, so what I would do, if you have a group of companies that you're interested in, I would look at volunteer opportunities at those organizations. That's always a great way to get your foot in the door. So I hope that provided a little bit of insight on some of the things that you're looking to do. But I definitely think you'll be successful, but you may want to change the process that you're taking now and maybe just ramp it up a little. All right, thanks a lot, Candace. I appreciate you calling in. I'm sorry, Catherine. I appreciate you calling in. All right, let's go. Let's see what else we got.
Hi, this is Shauna, and I'm calling from Phoenixville. I have a question, a resume question. Should I include experience on my resume that is not relevant to the position I'm applying to?
Well, good question. We get this a lot, Shauna from Phoenixville. So it depends. If you have limited experience, and when I say limited experience, I mean less than 5 years of experience or 2 jobs on your resume. If you only have 2 jobs on your resume, you just have to include it because you don't have a lot of work history. But if you have substantial work history, I don't think you should put that stuff on there. I think you should have the information that's relevant to the job that you're looking for. Now, if your experience is limited, what you can do, you can have an accomplishment-based resume. So you don't focus in on duties and responsibilities. Let's say you've only had 2 jobs and you're looking to transition into another role. Well, maybe you should just focus on the accomplishments, the things that you've done there to add value to the bottom line. People will see the benefits and the value in that and be willing to have conversations with you around your accomplishments, no matter what field you're in. But if you do have experience in that field, I definitely suggest that you just make your resume about a 10-year window on your resume. We were speaking on the Career Seekers show yesterday about just age discrimination and things of that nature. And people that do have a lot of experience, they are discriminated against sometimes because people think the experience is dated. But if you only go back 10 years, if it's sound experience and if it's experience that's relevant to the position you're looking to secure, then I think you can just you can use that stuff, that information, and allow yourself to be successful in that interview cycle. So great question. Thank you very much for checking in. What was that? Shauna from Phoenixville. At first I thought it was somebody from Phoenix. I was getting ready to say that's a good look too, if we're getting people all the way from Phoenix, right? All right, anyway, let's keep it going. Live from a very, very cold East Coast right now. It's unbelievably cold out here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Julie from Jersey. How are you? This is a resume question. Should I include experiences on my resume that is not relevant to the position I am applying for?
Okay, so it's another resume question, and I think it all holds true. If you only have that experience, then you have to include it. But if you have relevant experience on your resume, stick with that. I don't suggest you have 15, 20 bullets, probably 6 to 8 bullets per job, but per job entry. But I do think that if you have relevant experience, include it. But if the experience isn't relevant, but you still have 10 years of relevant experience, you can move that other stuff off of the resume, or maybe add another section on the resume that says, additional work history or relevant work history or something of that nature. So thank you so very much for the question, Julie from Jersey. I heard you guys got hammered with snow. I'm sure you guys did. Been watching the news all day. But I appreciate the call. Thank you so very much. Let's keep it moving. Let's see what we got.
Hey, Kenneth. Hey, this is Darwin from Westerville, Ohio. I have a question for you. What are the best online resources for career information? And do you have any suggestions for a website or people to follow? Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bye.
All right. So Ohio is in the building. I appreciate that. Basically, the question is, what are the best online resources for people that are in a job or career search? There's a ton of stuff out there. I don't really want to get into, what the best ones are. You know what? I'm going to do some self-promotion. We do the Career Seekers Show every Wednesday, 4 o'clock, right here on the East Coast Executive Facebook fan page. Myself, Tiffany Sutherland, Alberta Bertolino. I think we provide some excellent information for career and job search, and we do it every week. We share information on stories. We add both of those people. All three of us are recruitment professionals, so I think we just give some good information. So you can always check into the Career Seekers Show. You can get on the East Coast Executive Facebook fan page. We share articles there about job search. We shared quite a few recently. One of the ones we recently shared was from a gentleman out of Chicago called Mark Anthony Dyson. I was looking at some of his social media feeds. Once again, that's Mark Anthony Dyson, and he's sharing some great information out there. Wow, you're in Ohio. You know what? LinkedIn, use that platform. People share tons of great information about career and job search on LinkedIn. You can connect with Wendy Weiner. She's out of Miami. She calls herself the writing guru. She actually, I believe, is the president of the Resume Writers Association. She was a guest on the Career Seekers Show. She did a program today for millennials. They did that on Facebook Live. But once again, Wendy Weiner, Weiner. I would try connecting with her on one of her social media platforms. Also, I'll be completely honest with you. The best person I've seen out here, the absolute best person I've seen is JT O'Donnell. She's with Work It Daily. They have a platform that's incredible. She provides a ton of information. Even if you go to YouTube, you can check out some of their videos. But if you just do a standard Google search for JT O'Donnell and Work It Daily, you're going to find a ton of great stuff. We actually did an article with them when they were Careerlism a while back about diversity and what's in people's career toolbox. So I have a great deal of respect for the work that they do over there. So hopefully that information helps you out. Again, you can follow me on Twitter at KLJohnsonInfo. I keep producing and putting out information. You can follow the Forbes Coaches Council on Twitter. Always information about career and job search there as well. So feel free to reach out to me. I'll share some of these resources with you. Thank you so very much, Darwin, for the call. I really appreciate it. Let's see what we got here. Another call.
Hi, this is Savannah from Syracuse. What information should I put on my cover letter, and who should I address it to if I don't have a contact at that company?
Savannah from Syracuse. I bet you Syracuse is getting pounded with snow. I'm just assuming. So Savannah, thanks for tuning in and checking us out and actually calling in. I really appreciate it. Syracuse. All right. So the question was, what information should I put on my cover letter, and who should I address it to? So I'm going to handle this in reverse. I'm going to speak about who you should address it to first. Do not put "to whom it may concern" on your cover letter. In today's day and age of LinkedIn and social media and just doing a standard Google search, you can probably either find a name, but even if you want to put "to the recruitment team at XYZ company," "to the talent acquisition team at XYZ company," that's fine. Whatever you do, though, don't put "to whom it may concern." So let's get that out the way, right? So now, what information should you put in your cover letter? what you find is a lot of people make the mistake of just regurgitating their resume in the cover letter. So as a recruiter, I don't want to read a cover letter that mirrors your resume. My preference would be for you to tie your cover letter into the reason you're applying for the job. Tie me directly in. Tell me a story even about what makes you right for this opportunity, why you want this opportunity, why you're connected to our organization. If you can share that information with me, or what separates you from all the other candidates in the field even. If you're a marketing person, tell me about a marketing campaign where you had success and what that meant to your organization. Give me that type of information, and then I promise you, I'll probably be more inclined to look at your resume. So that's the way I would handle that as far as the cover letter is concerned. I think that's a great question. I see a lot of people, I don't read cover letters as a standard, but when I find a good one, it means all the difference. So also, don't neglect the back end of that process. Great cover letter, great resume, great interview, but then your follow-up letter should be good as well. So please send follow-ups, send them within 24 hours of the interview. I'm just trying to give you information that increases your chances of being successful. So hopefully that's helpful to you. All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, we got another question. Great.
Hi, my name is Shanice. I'm a recent college graduate in a degree in accounting, but not a lot of work experience. How do I land a job in my field?
Shanice, thanks for calling. I really appreciate it. She's a recent college graduate, has a degree in accounting, but not a ton of work experience, and is looking for a way to land a job in her field. I'm not going to say she missed the boat on this, but typically I want to tell all my students out here, if you get an opportunity to secure an internship, actually it's vital in today's day and age that you find an internship opportunity. So you have some work history coming out of college. Even if it's not an internship, but you're showing work history, that's a plus. In this particular case, what I'm going to suggest that, so it sounds like this person graduated, they're looking to land a job in their field. They're going to have to use their network. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but you have to use your network. You went to school, maybe the career services department at your school, maybe some of your professors, some of your classmates that have identified opportunities and have moved on. They're great resources. Also, do not be afraid to kind of go out and volunteer, do some volunteer work just to try to get your foot in the door. But I do think networking is the key to your success. And you have to apply to jobs to get one. A lot of times people are afraid to apply to jobs, but you're going to have to apply. You're going to have to get in touch with hiring influencers and decision makers. And those are the things that will have you be successful. Most cities have a ton of resources for people like you that are looking to connect with employers. And I don't know, it could be, here in Pennsylvania, they have a thing called Career Link, and it's a great resource for people to connect with employers. There's tons of companies. Just do a standard Google search for your area and try to find out who's assisting career seekers. And I think that'll help you be successful. All right? Thank you so very much, Shanice. Let's see what else we got. If we got anybody else. Hold on, let's see. What we got here? Okay.
Hi, my name is Scott M. from Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. My question is, how can I get more connections on LinkedIn?
First, move out of Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. No, I won't say that. Shout out to everybody out there. But anyway, the question is, how do I get more connections on LinkedIn? And it's really simple. You have to invest time in LinkedIn if you want to get something out of it. It's just like anything else. If you're not investing time in it, you can't expect to get something out of it. So as far as LinkedIn's concerned, what I'm going to suggest is that, one, you make sure your profile is constantly updated. And I don't say, you don't have to go on there every day, but, update your profile. If you have a new job, update it. If you've acquired some new skills, update it. I think that's a great way to stay relevant on that platform. Also, utilize the groups on LinkedIn to expand your network. It's going to help you be active in discussions about your industry of choice, but also you can use that group platform is an easier way to connect with more people. So you can drill down, find a group, find people that are local to your area, find people that are SMEs, subject matter experts in the area that you're looking to be in, and just use that to connect with them. I'm the type of person, if I read a great article, I'll just look at the author of the article and reach out to him on LinkedIn and say, hey, really enjoyed this article you did on diversity in the workplace. Thought it would be great to connect with you. Love to add you to my network. Always reach out to people on LinkedIn and try to leave a personalized note. I don't know if you have a picture on your profile, I don't know what you're doing, but I think that's a great way to do it. So just be active, and also be a participant. If you see something you like, let people know that you like the content they're putting out on the platform. I think there's many ways to get connected with people on LinkedIn, so it shouldn't be anything that's that difficult. I wish you the very best. I think you'll be fine. Whoa. All right. So it's 8:23. We're going to wait to see if we get some more questions for a second. But I think it was a good day for our first run. We had quite a few questions. I want to thank everybody who checked in and hung out with us today. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Again, we're going to do this every Monday at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, every Thursday at 8 o'clock live on the East Coast Executive Facebook fan page. We'll try to grow it. Just please do not hesitate to send us questions. To call in questions. You can do that at 347-549-9739. Once again, 347-549-9739. And you can do that any day of the week. If you wake up in the middle of the night and think of a question, that line is open 24/7. And that's what we're here for. We're just here to answer any questions that you may have. Shout out to a lot of people that checked in. Rodney Dennis, Howard Dorsey. I really appreciate y'all for checking in and riding out with me. Terry Tobin, thank you so very much. She has a question. She has a job interview tomorrow. You have a brief list of do's and don'ts that I can share. I don't know. I'm going to look into that. Terry, why don't you shoot me? Know what? I actually have your email address. I'll send you something if I have it. I'll look into that immediately after this is over. But thank you so very much for checking in. I really appreciate you. And if I don't get back to you, much success tomorrow. I know you're ready. I've seen your resume. I know it's tight because I think it was done by East Coast executives. So with all of that said, I'm sure you're going to be fine tomorrow. So I appreciate you checking in. All right. Everybody that's out here on the East Coast, please stay warm. Please stay safe. You know what? Not even on the East. Well, yeah, on the East Coast, but it's cold everywhere, even in the Midwest. So just want everybody to stay safe. We're going to do this again, every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Man, I'm putting this out here, and I know if the Sixers are on a Thursday, that's going to be hard for me to get on here. But it's only 30 minutes. I'm willing to give that up to do this. So we'll be fine. But every Thursday, 8 to 8:30, you can have a Q&A with myself, Kenneth L. Johnson, founder of East Coast Executives and Forbes career coach. This is what I do. I just enjoy sharing the information. So thank you so very much. And it's a wrap. We appreciate you. I'll see you next week.